Hi guys, so today I'm going to make the bow you saw in the picture there for my little daughter, since St. Patrick's Day is coming up here and I want to make sure she has something green in her hair. So to make the two bows, the topper bow is going to be made with this 7/8 inch grosgrain ribbon, and we're going to use 22 inches of this ribbon, okay, for the topper bow. 22 inches, 7/8 inch ribbon, and this happens to be from Hobby Lobby. For the base bow, the larger bottom bow, is going to be this 1.5 inch ribbon, also from Hobby Lobby. This is just a lime white combination chevron, and we're going to need 27 inches of this ribbon. 27 inches of 1.5 inch ribbon. To cover the, well, okay, if you're going to use a clip, like a little clip like this, which I'm not going to do today because my daughter is so small, she needs a headband. You can use one of these clips. You're going to need 4 inches of 3/8 inch ribbon to cover it, but I'm not going to be doing that today. I'm just going to be using this same 3/8 inch ribbon just to make a little knot for the center of the bow, and I'm going to need about 3 to 4 inches of that, okay? So there it is, 3/8 inch ribbon, about 3 to 4 inches. And then in the back of the bow I wanted to add some sparkle or just some little kind of fluff. So this is also, I think these are both from Hobby Lobby. It's just tulle. So this is a lime green tulle and this is a white sparkly tulle. And you're going to need about 12 inches of both of these. And I'm going to go ahead and cut that right now because I'm going to show you what I do. I have this roll. Let me back up here. And the roll is kind of large. So what I do is I just grab it and I pull it out. But I'm going to do it at the same time with this one so that they kind of blend together. So I'm going to hold them both together at the beginning of the green tulle. So I want to make sure that that's the edge, yeah. Okay, and I'm just going to pull them. And I'm going to cut 12 inches or so, so let me see where that would be. Yeah, just about 12 inches. So it adds some dimension, but not too much. And I'm going to show you in a second what we'll do with this. So for now, I just cut that, and I'm going to put that to the side. So 12 inches kind of held together. I'm going to put that to the side. You're also going to need needle and thread. I'm just going to use white thread, or you don't need this at all if you want to use like your bow dabber. All you're going to use that gold wire it comes with, things like that. And I'm going to be using today the Ribbon Boutique. This is also from Hobby Lobby. They're clips. I know you can go buy alligator clips, or you can buy hair clips from Sally's that'll do the same thing. These are $2.99, and then whenever the ribbon things go 50% off, they're only $1.50 for 3 of them, so it's a great price. And on the back it kind of shows you how to use it, but I'm going to go ahead and use one of these so you can kind of have an idea of how to use this with your bows. And you're going to need, scissors, a lighter to seal the ends of your bow. And I'm going to use headband material, so I need to grab that. But other than that, I guess we can get started. Okay, so to get started, I'm going to go ahead and make the larger bow first. This is our base bow. And all you're going to do is take your 27 inches and fold it right in half. Okay, I'm not going to seal the edges quite yet, but you can do that if you like, depending on how you want to do it. But, I'll go ahead and do that just because it makes it kind of easier. These I'm not going to cut in a diagonal or anything like that because they're really not going to show very much. So I'm just going to fold my ribbon in half. And this way of making a boutique bow, which is our basic boutique bow, I saw on a video a long time ago, I think by Biddy Bum is the name of the channel. And I don't know if it's her idea or if she got it from somewhere else, but that's where I saw it. So just so you know. So I fold it right in half. And then we're going to take the other end, the free end, and just fold it down a little bit. So I'm going to do about 1 inch or so. Doesn't have to be perfect. And I'm going to give it a nice crease. And then we're going to take the other half where we had folded it and fold it right over that, okay? Making really nice creases. So that's going to make your registration marks for when you need to fold your bow, and it makes it really nice. Takes all the math out of it. Instead of, maybe this is kind of wonky, oh, I may have to resize this or whatever. It's going to be pretty perfect, okay? So I'm just making sure that those marks are really well etched in there. So when you open it up, you're going to take one side. I'll just take this side. This is our first registration mark here that we're going to bump up to the next one, okay? So there's one at the very end, towards the end. This is the next one. You're going to take your ribbon and fold it over. Since it is a large ribbon, I'm going to fold it over so it's almost like a plus sign, okay? So this line here that we folded is right in the middle of the other line and kind of in a plus shape. Then we're going to take the rest of the ribbon, go to the next registration line, which is basically the middle of the ribbon. You're going to bring that over and fold that guy over so it's almost in sync with that line that we had before from the last registration mark, okay? So that kind of gives you the middle of that whole area, and it's about the same. Oop, nice little loop. And I'm making them really loopy, okay? So then we're going to go for the next registration mark. And that time you're going to take it and fold it back. So now I'm grabbing that registration mark. I'm going to tuck it under the ribbon and under the loose end of the other ribbon. And we're going to tuck it right under so that the midway mark of that is pretty much in sync with your marks over here. Hopefully that makes sense. And then we're going to look for the last registration mark here, and we're going to bring that up, and you're just going to tuck that so that it is going in the same direction, basically in the same area here, right in the middle, in the same direction as this guy, okay? So you don't have to look for a way, you're just going to want to make it so it's going in the same direction. And now this is where I would just fold it and fold it back and do all that kind of stuff and sew it. But if you have your little clip, you bring your clip out, and you would just place your bow in there, and it just helps you hold it so that you can work kind of hands-free. And that's up to you if you want to do that, or if you don't want to do that, don't do it, okay? So I'm just going to kind of fix my bow a little bit because it's kind of bent in there. Alright, so you want to do it so it's looking something like that, and you have those two overlapped in the back. And from the front, what we're going to do is start at the top. We're going to bring our thread over, and hopefully it's not too knotted up. And I'm going to start at the top because basically if you were to fold it in half and then fold it the way you're supposed to, your thread goes in this certain way, okay? So I'm going to start at the top here. I'm going to push it through to the bottom, and you can see I'm catching that ribbon. I'm just going to go ahead and pull it through. And then you're going to go back up the middle of the ribbon. You can do this a couple times, but I'm going to do this like if I were to fold it. So if I were to fold it, it would only be this much. And I'm going to go back down through here. And then back up one more time. Kind of catching the end of the ribbon there. And going straight through. And it's going to come out almost the same spacing as the top there, okay? And that's basically all you would do. Now, you can go ahead and scrunch it right now that it's still in your holder. Or you can take it out of the holder, which is probably what I'm going to do. Where we have our marks. And I'm going to hold the bow really nice and give it a pull so that it kind of scrunches up. I'm going to move this guy out of the way because that is not supposed to be there. And go ahead and bring your string right to the back. Like I said, you can do this while it's still in the holder or whatever. And now I'm just going to continue wrapping my string. I have the string here. I pulled it as tight as I think I need to. I'm going to wrap it around underneath, bring it back over. Okay, and we're going to do that a few times. I'm going to switch hands now because that's my left hand and I'm a righty. And you're just going to do that a few times to hold your bow, tighten it where as much as you need. If you need to, you know, work with her a little bit before you tighten it up, definitely do that, but do whatever you like. And I've wrapped it around maybe 3 times. And that's kind of why I didn't seal the ends. They're going to be totally hidden. You don't really need to see them. And I'm just going to finish off the bow right in the back. Okay, so I'm just going to take my string and go in and out a few times. Really seal that up. Okay, and then I'm just going to trim that off. And we're basically going to do the same thing for the little bow. And that one I'll just do a little quicker, but there it is. And you can, you know, arrange your bow however you like. Sometimes some people like to take the other side of the bow, give it a tug. And that's how I make it loopier, is how I kind of arrange this so that they're really in a plus formation at the beginning, so then you have a really loopy bow. So let me grab the 7/8 inch ribbon and we'll do basically the same thing. Okay, so on this guy, although we're going to do the same thing, we're going to fold it right in half. Again, this 22 inches, and I did 22 inches because I do want a little bit of this extra to show at the end. So we're going to fold it right in half. Again, making a nice crease. This time at the end, we're going to bring down about 2 inches because I want some of that to show and I want to be able to cut it and have some ends that are kind of cute. So I'm just going to fold that. And of course that means it takes about 4 inches of your bow away. So that's why I did 22 inches because normally with 7/8 inch ribbon you only need 18 inches of your ribbon. So now we're going to fold it up again to the end. And it's kind of hard to work with these smaller bows in my opinion. I like the big ribbon, but anyhow. Okay. And again, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to get our first registration mark here and just loop it. Okay, you just bring it towards you, but you're looping it so it makes like an X in accordance with that other registration mark that's right behind it. We're going to get the next one and bring that again looping up. That's all you do. And again, pretty much matching up that line with the line we just had there. And that makes it real loopy. If you don't want that loopy, you can do your registration marks a little more this way. But I'm trying to keep it so it's really loopy. Now again, we're going to take this guy and tuck it between the ribbon itself and the tail. Some people like to put it in front of the tail. Do whatever you like. If that's the way you prefer, then do that. So I'm going to take that next registration mark and kind of tuck it in there. And now I'm going to take the last one and just put it up so that, again, it's like in the same direction of this loop coming away here. Okay, so turn it a little bit more. And now I'm going to take my clip again. And this makes it a little bit easier because the clip is smaller, or the bow is smaller. And we're just going to do the same thing. So now you have it trapped there. We're going to bring over our needle. And from the top, just make sure you're grabbing a little bit of everything, of all the different loops. Go back up the middle. You don't have to go too far from this one because it's a smaller bow. Go right down again and back up, making sure you're catching all those different little ends. And then again, you can go ahead and start pulling it from here. You can, if you go ahead and do that, let's say I do pull it from here and it starts bunching up, then you can just loop and loop and loop. Just put your needle through the end, bring it up, but I'd just rather take it out. And when I do that, the needle also needs to come out of that hole. And just hold it with your hands and pull, give it a nice tug. And then just wrap your thread around so that this end, the bottom is to the left, the other one's to the right. Okay, and just kind of form it. And I like that much better. So cute. Okay, one more time since I'm already here. And I'll go ahead and finish this off like I finished off the other one. Just tying off the string in the back. This time we have our little ends and we do want to trim those off and then we're going to seal them. So I'm going to trim it at an angle and bring over my lighter just to seal that edge. And the bottom one, same thing. Trim it however you like in whatever direction you like. I'll just trim it up into the bow like this. And again, seal that edge. And there's our other little bow. And again, you can grab either opposite end, give it a tug, just so it's more in the shape that you need it to be. Cute. All right. So I'm gonna put that to the side. So now let's bring over our tool, as we have it together. And basically at 4 inches, you're gonna measure about 4 inches. You're just gonna wrap it down so it's 4 inches. And then the other 4 inches that are left on the other end, we're gonna bring it back up, because if you remember, we cut this about 12 inches. Just bring it right back up. I'm gonna mess with this a little bit. And I'm going to scrunch it together, okay? And I'm going to bring my thread, and basically right in the middle, you can go through it or you can just wrap around it, but I'll go through it this way. You're just going to bring your needle and go right through that middle and wrap around so you're making a tight little bow. And again, I'm going to finish this off and I'll be right back. Just the way you did the other ones, just finish it off so that your string is not going to fall apart, okay? Okay, before you cut off this string, you can leave it there. You can use this to help tie your bows together, or you can use hot glue, or now I'm going to use my string, okay? So I'm going to leave it there. But we're going to come into these folds where we folded it over, as you can see, and we're just going to cut that so it makes a frilly kind of bow area, okay? And on the other side too, where we had doubled it over. And now we have all this little bow, and if it's kind of wonky, you want to trim some of the sides, that's fine too. So what we're going to do is just kind of bring this out, poof it up a little bit. Anyway, okay, and I'm going to bring my large bow, and that one's going to go right over this little guy. And so I'm just going to take the end of my string that's still hanging here and just wrap it so that bow is kind of securing to the frill. And then we're going to bring over our little bow and bring that guy into the middle. And you're trying to stack them so that they're pretty even. And go through the middle again. Ooh, I'm running out of string here. And then you're going to finish it off, okay? So I'm just going to finish off my string just like we've been finishing them off, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so we're almost done. Look how cute that is. I love this bow. Nice and fat and just so cute. And you can just arrange it however you need. I usually wait until I'm done and adding it to the clip to do that, but really tall guy. All right, I'm going to put that to the side. We're going to go ahead and make the headband, and this is also from Hobby Lobby. They just started selling it not too long ago, but I thought that was awesome. So it's $2.99 basically for, oh gosh, 2 yards of this ribbon or headband fabric, and it says makes 5 to 7 headbands. I guess it depends on the size that you cut it. For a child or for a baby, usually you want to do 13, 14-inch headband. It depends on obviously the size of the baby's head, and then it stretches. I just don't like when it stretches too much and it feels like too tight, you know. So let me measure this out. I think for Miranda, I'm gonna go ahead and do 15 inches because she's almost 9 months now. And I'm going to cut it around 15 inches. And then I'm going to take my string and thread here, and I'm going to go ahead and just sew this up. And I'm going to sew it so that the right sides are facing. So this is the right side, this is the not good side. So I'm just going to match these up so that the right sides are touching each other. And since this is kind of porous, like it doesn't really have rhyme or reason, I'm just going to start at the end here and just sew it together, okay? So going up one side into the other at the very ends, okay? And I'm just going to kind of go back and forth. It's kind of an interesting little fabric here. So I'll continue doing this until I'm to the other side of the ribbon, which is basically here. Then I'm not even going to try to put a lighter to this. I feel like if I do that, it's going to really mess it up. I don't know. That's just the sense I get. So at the very end, I'm going to finish off my ribbon a couple times. And this is actually where I'm going to put my bow, so that way it's kind of hidden away, okay? That stitching there. I'll finish that off. Cut off a little bit of those extra ribbon pieces that are there. And now we're that quick, guys. I just made a headband. Very quick, okay? So this is the area I'm going to put my bow in, so I'm not going to worry too much about that extra stuff. So I'm going to put that to the side. I'm going to get out the 3/8 inch ribbon to finish our bow off, but this is also how I'm going to attach this to the headband. Now you can put it, you know, on your hair clip instead. You would still do the same thing as far as the middle of the ribbon. So I need about 4 inches of this guy. And we're going to seal the edges. And I do have my glue gun on, and I forgot to mention at the beginning, but we're going to take this and just make a little bow, or a knot, should I say. Try to make it nice and neat and kind of soft. That's basically what you're going to be putting. I'm trying to get it right in the middle because we are going to use this to attach excuse me, the bow to our headband. So I'm going to bring this back, and let me see if my glue gun's ready. Not quite ready. I'm going to give it another minute or so, and we'll come back and assemble the whole thing. Miranda woke up from her nap, so she's here with me. So this is going to be a testament to how good I can do this and hold her and keep her safe too. So this is my glue gun. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue right on the middle of the bow. Trying to get too many strings. We'll just take care of that later. And then add the middle of the bow there. I'm going to let that set up before I start messing with it more, because then it'll shift around. So I'm going to leave that there for a minute till it hardens. Okay, let me just move this glue gun away from this child. Okay, that's good. Alright, so I'm just going to take these guys, and you're just going to kind of pull it behind your bow nicely. And you can hot glue gun that too, but I'm just going to bring over my headband, and you're going to put this to the nice side of your headband, right in the middle there, and bring it over. Now I like to try to keep this as flat as I can. I hate when I put a headband on the baby and if it's lumpy, it'll like leave a mark on her head, and I know it doesn't hurt, but at the same time I just don't like seeing that. So I'm going to take that and put a little bit of hot glue, trying to keep my thumb from getting burnt up here. Bring over the one side. Woo. Of your band. And I'm just going to kind of hold it down with my nail. I'm going to let that harden, okay, before I bring the other side over. It's all nice and hardened, so what you're going to do is take the other side and pull that nice and tight so it's a nice flat ending to your headband. And now I'm going to add quite a bit more hot glue all the way to the other side. And go ahead and bring, I got hot glue stuck to my nail here. Go ahead and bring over the other side of the band and try to lay it as flat as you can, just to not have that ugly kind of crumpling in the way. Okay, so I'm going to keep that held down till it's hardened. Okay, so I'm just going to clean that up. If you have any little wispy bands of, you know, glue, make sure you just kind of pull them away. And when you flip this back, you have your cute bow there, headband. And of course I'll have pictures for you guys with the baby wearing it, because she'll just be precious in it. But real quick and easy, inexpensive, guys. I mean, there's no reason to go out and pay the amount of money people want for head bows anymore. But anyway, there it is. I hope you guys like it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye now.